Howdy everybody. Hi, how's it going? My name is Sabina and I am the person behind this channel, Left-Handed MFG. Welcome. This is the first video that I've made sitting down in front of the camera talking. I've recorded this intro multiple times and every time I ramble. So I made notes and I will also probably ramble, but at least maybe stay on track. I don't know. I'm kind of a rambling kind of gal, and I'll be honest, that's the kind of content that I really like watching. So if you're not into rambling content, I don't know what to tell you. I'm making my first YouTube video in a really long time, and I'll tell you why it took me so long to make another video. I was scared, simply. I was scared, and I made a lot of excuses for why I couldn't be a YouTuber, why I couldn't make content for people. I was actually about to quit the entirety of owning and running a business because I was burnt out. I made a video a little over a year ago of making a ring from start to finish. You should go watch it if you haven't seen it already. A lot of people kind of really liked the video. I mean, it's not viral as far as YouTube standards go, but I've never had a video get so many views, and I've been steadily getting subscribers from that. And people commenting saying I should make more content, and I thought that they were just joking so that they could make fun of me, but I realized that's a self-limiting belief. Nobody actually thinks that, and the people who do think that, I don't care. So here I am. I'm putting myself out there because what do I have to lose? Like, really, at this point in my life, like, what do I have to lose? So here we are, making my first YouTube video in over a year. And we're gonna start by just cleaning my studio. That sounds kind of boring, maybe to some people, but let me tell you, it's a big step for me because I have been neglecting that space for over a month at this point. And it's time to give it the love it deserves so that I can get back in there and start making things again. I am a jewelry maker slash ceramicist slash painter slash drawer, and I am unapologetically not choosing one medium to focus on because I just simply cannot. I think that that has been a big hindrance and why I haven't really gone more into this channel. And I'm convinced, I had convinced myself that no, all the people who followed me because they just want to see jewelry content will all leave and tell me that I'm bad, because I also will be making ceramic content as well as painting and drawing content. And I don't really care. If you only want to see jewelry stuff, I will be posting enough jewelry videos throughout the year that you will get the content you want, but then maybe you'll be able to see that there are other mediums out there that are really fun. And I think that there's a lot of room for experimentation, especially with clay and jewelry. I'm planning on making cabochons and incorporating beads into certain designs that I made out of clay. I think that melding different materials is really fun, pushing the boundaries of what craft and art really are supposed to be, because I feel like, we're sold this idea that we need to pick one thing and master it. And I have been working on painting and drawing for 20 years. I mean, my whole life, pretty much. Not more than my whole life. I came out the womb with the crayon in my hand. No, I'm just kidding. But I will say that the first job that I ever wanted to do as a little kid, what do you want to do when you grow up? Be an artist. I just remember scribbling with crayons thinking I could do this for the rest of my life. How could a little kid think that thought? I don't know. But I then decided that maybe being a dolphin trainer would be cooler, and I never did that, but I still think that it would be cool to swim with dolphins all day. So if you're a dolphin trainer and you swim with dolphins all day, leave a comment. Let me know. Is it really as fun as it looks? Because it looks really fun. So yeah, I'm making a YouTube video. I'm cleaning my studio. I did the jewelry thing for a long time, wanted to create the line sheet and the collections and send that shit out to stores. And I still want to do that to a certain degree, but I will say that the branding aspect of things has been so challenging for me because I do like to do so many different things. It's hard to really nail down one story for my brand. And I just feel like that's not the path that I'm supposed to walk. Like, time and time again, I come to this point where it's like, okay, let's send the line sheet out, and I just can't do it. And I don't think it's fear, because I don't really care about getting no reply or a no, your brand doesn't really fit our store vision, because I've gotten so many of those emails. It doesn't really hurt. It's just like a feeling in my gut that that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. So I did the jewelry thing. I ended last year, 2021, doing the craft fair circuit scene. I live in Arizona, so it's like the perfect time of year for everybody to start doing their holiday shows and outdoor shows and stuff. So from the beginning of November to the very end of December, I every single weekend set up my booth and tent, and I can talk about that in a different video, just like what that has been like for me. I have a friend that I work for actually who is incredible, and she has made her whole business really successful by doing it. For me, it felt like a siphon that took all my energy and all my care to do anything. So for some people it really works, for some people it doesn't. I can talk about my experience in that in a different video. Let me know if you want me to do that video. Drop a comment, drop a line, let me know. So yeah, my studio kind of became this place where I threw all of my stuff into and closed the door and left for the holidays. And then my plan was to take January off because I was really burnt out. The holiday season just took it all out of me, and it does every year. So I have to restructure like how I do this business. And so I just took January off from working to just rest. And at the beginning of the month, I thought, I'm never going to want to get off the couch. This is it. Something's wrong with me. But now at the end of the month, I'm kind of bored. I'm ready to do something again. So here we are, making a YouTube video and cleaning my studio. So yeah, I don't really know what the future of this channel will look like. I know I have ideas and projects planned to show like the whole process of painting something, and I make some cool things out of old recycled cigar boxes that I think would be really fun to share, and just maybe inspire somebody to do the same thing, or just using alternative materials to make cool things. I love that shit. So I have different projects, ideas lined up, different aspects where I maybe do like voiceovers. Like I'm gonna do a voiceover over the me cleaning thing. Like I know that so many people don't like talking, and I don't care. If you don't like talking, maybe this just isn't the channel for you. I do have ideas to do certain like, you know, the sounds of the studio kind of thing, but I just have things to say, and I am trying to get over this fear and belief that everybody just wants me to stop talking the minute that I start talking. And I'm not going to say something just to say it, but I do feel like I have experiences and knowledge that could help other people like heal aspects of themselves and even like broaden their artistic skill set. And I learn from auditory things. So if I am doing like an informational video, I'm gonna talk about what I'm doing. I find it helpful. I know other people find it helpful, and I want a certain aspect of this channel to be informational. I want you guys to, if I do like long process videos and there's a certain technique that you want me to slow down and show, let me know. I mean, I'm always looking for content ideas, so I would love to do breakdown technique videos. That's something that I really want this channel to also encompass, like painting, drawing, ceramics, jewelry. And by jewelry, I mean silversmithing. I'm a silversmith and goldsmith. I don't do really any beading and wire wrapping. That's just not what I personally choose to work with. So yeah, let's get into the video. I think I've talked for long enough. Yeah, let's do it. Let's clean this studio and let's get it to a place where we can foster some creative energy again. Howdy everybody, here is my studio before I cleaned it. I'm going to show you guys the whole process of me cleaning it and tidying and hanging up some new lights and just that whole process, but I'm not actually going to talk about it because I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't want to listen, then just watch it. I mean, I think it's pretty entertaining either way, but I know in the video you can see my hands moving, and It's pretty clear that I was talking, but I had no intentions of actually keeping any of that audio in the final cut, so I don't know. You're not really missing anything, just a rundown of what we do in the spaces, but as we make more videos in the future, you will see that space in its use. It doesn't really matter right here, right now. Right now, I want to talk about our relationship with work and just working in general. I am coming from a Western United States of America perspective. It is a perspective that I have lived. It is the only perspective that I know, so it is the only perspective that I can speak on. I realized in about March of 2021 that my relationship with work was very unhealthy. I came from a background of, well, narcissistic abuse, to be honest, and I used work as a way to escape from the feelings that my upbringing kind of, I don't know the right words, but the feelings that I carried into my adult life. I've spent the last 6 or 7 years really healing a lot of that, and I would love to talk more about that process with anybody who's willing to listen. I don't know if my art account is the best outlet for that. If you guys want to hear more about my healing journey while I do these videos, I am so happy to use this platform for that. If you want me to do a second channel to keep things separate, let me know. I'm still figuring out the structure of this channel, but I really do want to talk about my experience with my traumatic childhood growing up and just the things that I've been working on as an adult to heal that and become the kind of adult that I would like to be, and to become the kind of adult that I would have liked my parents to be, because I don't want to raise my kids the same way that I was raised. So yeah, there's a lot of layers to this. I have a really good relationship with my mom. She has healed a lot. Doesn't really matter. I'm justifying this by saying it, I guess. I don't know. She knows. I know. Doesn't really matter if y'all know. But I will say, it's not like a one size fits all. Everybody's experience is going to be different. This is just mine. I had a really toxic relationship with work because I was using it as a way to escape. I went through all 16 years of schooling believing that if I worked as hard as I could, I would get good grades and it would make my dad like me. Maybe this grade will make my dad pay attention to me. Maybe doing this will make my dad care about me. And it took me 24 years to realize that that's never going to happen and I need to move on. And there was a lot of pain and whatnot in that process. You know, healing is very hard, especially when you're dealing with programming that you have had instilled in your brain from the moment you're born. And sometimes you're never going to get rid of that programming. And that's something that I've had to come to terms with in the last year or so as well. But I've decided that I needed to work on my relationship with work because the way that I was doing it was burning me out. Every holiday season, I would work as hard as I could, not really make as much money as I wanted to, not really know what to do with my life next. So I would just spin out and make as much stuff as possible and then have tens of thousands of dollars of inventory and no way to let it go into the world because I am just not the best at branding and marketing and putting myself out there. A lot of self-limiting beliefs and just also maybe not inherently good at it. I'm much more introverted in nature. I could spend the rest of my life in the woods talking to nobody, and I think I would be okay, but I realize in this day and age, and every age, you have to have connections in order to be successful. So in assessing my relationship with work, it looks like, honestly, getting off of social media. Instagram was killing me. I watched a lot of people blow up on Instagram and become really famous and like sell out collections, and it just seemed to work for them. So I thought, well, why not me? And honestly, it's just not the platform for me. So in assessing my relationship with work, I realized that social media was really toxic for my mental health. And so in cutting that out, I am focusing more on different platforms like YouTube, but also hands-on, boots on the ground, community level connection. And that has been really difficult too because I'm more of an introvert. I don't really, not even like being an introvert is so bad. I just am shy and have a self-limiting belief that nobody gives a shit about whatever I have to say or whatever. So putting myself out there and introducing myself to people is very challenging. So in the last year or so, I've assess my relationship with work in that I've given myself the space to slow down and just allow my body to rest, and like taking at least one day a week where I don't work has been really nice because you you give yourself permission to just stop. You don't have to answer that email. You don't have to be accessible to everybody 24/7, and you don't have to be producing 24/7. Realistically, if you are producing 24/7, it's still not even going to make a difference for how successful you are, because if you're producing this stuff, then you still have to sell it. And if you don't have anybody to help you sell it, that makes it really hard. And that's kind of where I was at. I realized at the end of last year that I needed help. I needed employees. I needed to kind of swallow my pride and hire somebody. And I just didn't have the money for it. And honestly, the limiting beliefs and lack mindset that I would never be able to afford having an employee, which is simply not true. But I decided to take a break instead. And honestly, the last month and a half or so has been really nice, because I think it's the first time in my entire life that I've been able to actually sit and do nothing and just be okay with it. I've had no artistic ideas. I've had no drive to do anything. And I think that spending the time to rest my body has been really imperative, because it's been a month and a half, and at the beginning of the month I thought, oh my gosh, I'm never going to want to work again, and kind of would get scared that I'm going to run out of money and have to live out of my car. But it's not really been the case. I've had enough money, and I'm finally at the place where I'm bored. I cannot really sit still for more than 2 or 3 hours watching TV or a movie, because I just need to stimulate my brain in a different way. And it doesn't look like consuming social media anymore. It looks like reading and making things and enjoying other people's company and going outside. And I will say that in the process of healing my relationship with work, it has looked like this intense period of rest and just reckoning with the idea that capitalism can be good, but it also can be really toxic in our relationship with work, and this constant need to produce, be productive. Our identities are surrounded in that. And I just want you to think about how that is a factor in your life in a way that you can allow yourself to have permission to just exist. I mean, really, we're placed on this earth, in my opinion, to exist and experience life, and work can be a part of that, but it doesn't have to be the main thing that defines us. And I encourage you to think about that and how that is present in your life and what you can do about it and how you can be better about it. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know I babbled quite a bit, but I think that after recording it, the voiceover like 4 times, I got to the point where I was like, all right, enough. We're just gonna go with it. So I'm just going with it. I realized that my voice has a lot of power, and I think that sharing my experience in dealing with my relationship with work and healing my trauma and being an artist and living kind of a more unconventional lifestyle, I think that can help other people, whether you're on a healing journey, whether you're also trying to live an unconventional lifestyle, whether you're dealing with healing your relationship with work, whatever it may be. I think that my experience can help at least one person, so it's worth sharing. I'm saying this more for myself than anybody else, because like I said in the intro, I sometimes believe that people just want me to stop talking the minute that I start talking. But really, I just need to work on my confidence. So yeah, I know that I have a lot of privilege in my life to be able to live this kind of lifestyle. And I don't have a lot of money to give back to my community right now, but I do at least have my voice. And I think that there's a lot of power that can be had in sharing my voice and sharing my process and journey in life, and just the things that I'm chewing on. I'm constantly chewing on some kind of philosophical, metaphysical, higher meaning to everything that is happening at all times. So I feel like that could be helpful to somebody. Let me know if you think that I should keep the life journey stuff separate from the art stuff. I don't know. I don't know if it hurts my brand or helps my brand. If you're only in it for the art videos, or if you're only in it for the other kind of more life stuff, like, I don't know. It might be a lot of work for me to keep it separate, but I'm going to try combining them for now. And if it gets clunky and just kind of not enjoyable, I do want that kind of feedback. I'm willing to make a second channel or something to have both outlets, because I think I have to have both kinds of outlets. It's what I feel really called to. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. My studio, she's a great little room. We hung some lights, we cleaned some places. We got it functional. It's been a couple weeks, honestly, since I've filmed all of that, and it's been nice. Did some ceramic stuff in there. I'm about to fire up the jewelry stuff. Hopefully the next video will be me making a pendant, excuse me, or painting a box. We'll see. Let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see jewelry? Do you want to see painting? Do you want to, excuse me, do you want to see ceramics? Let me know. Do you like these talking videos? Do you want me to just sit in front of the camera and talk? I can't do that every single week, but I'm thinking like a weekly video where I do some talking, some teaching, some day in the life stuff, like maybe each week is a different thing, and you can know like, oh, it's the first Friday of the month is going to be a art video, second Friday a vlog, third Friday a philosophical rant. I don't know. I'm still structuring this out. If anybody cares or has an opinion, let me know. I will consider it, but I also know that YouTube comment section is a dangerous vortex of people's projected shit, so grain of salt. I hope you have a great week. I hope to see you again soon. If I don't post a video for a while after this, you should harass me because I need to keep doing this. With peace and love, I hope that you are able to assess your relationship with work and how you can have a working life that is in balance with your personal life and the kind of work that you do. I hope that it is meaningful to you and whatever that looks like. Peace and blessings to all who watch this. Thanks for watching all of this. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, I forgot the obligatory YouTube thing where if you like this video, smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I forgot to say that, so I think that is the magic key to making your YouTube channel successful. That's that alone, so bye for real this time. Bye!